man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin, but he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your fifth grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and fifties and 20s, no fives and no singles. Don't. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex. She like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more. Tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars.
The bell is tolling. It's the coach. This is NFL.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Oakland Raiders and the Houston Texans. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
North of 100 yards about him, but offensive line was good too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Touchdown, Houston! As these guys are in for 6, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago, so how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before, the very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
We're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football. This one taken from the center. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by the former Mississippi State product, the mobile quarterback, Dak Prescott. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Forced out to his left. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, kill! What do you think?
They'll try to throw now. Prescott got him in. It's Brown. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Kill! We're going to 54. What do you think?
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, and it's a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year and to pay it off.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Badgley hit from 59 in his rookie season. This one not quite as long, but he shows off that big leg by hitting another from distance. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Wilson to throw. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll try to run forward with Connor. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He loses 4, and it brings up 4.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On first down, it's Bell. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
It's just me.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. A first down throw for Prescott. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 25 yards that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Salt cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down now, it's Bell. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Looking to throw, Prescott. That is caught by Brown. Touchdown, Raiders. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and the lead is now 10-7. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with an Oakland touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then you got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit and try and get this offense moving.
And so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked somewhere else. And maybe you try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Second down, McKinnon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On third down, Wilson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Texans have retaken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out touchdowns on back-to-back drives. So a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott down. Complete. Smith has it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's going to fair one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Raiders have retaken the lead. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen. Took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. And you figure, Charles, they have enough time here in the first half, more than a minute, to put a drive together, at least get them in position to try a field goal.
Yeah, they've got all 3 timeouts at their disposal, so I'm actually thinking bigger. With those 3 timeouts, that amount of time on the clock, I'm thinking about trying to get a touchdown and settle for a field goal.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Here we go, here we go.
Now Wilson. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And this is caught by Watkins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And his throw here is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you. Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. To throw again is Wilson. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson, and that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Number 89, incomplete. It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To throw is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Wilson's pass, intended for Sammy Watkins, incomplete. Results in a 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And his kick is indeed good. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it, and that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So thanks to the late... Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. And this will be... The Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On second down, it's Bell. It's running. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. Now, this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run with Henderson, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Here we go. 53 is the mic. Hey, kill. Hey, 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Kill. 26.
Prescott now from the 50. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Here we go. Go to 54. Right in. 51, come on. Hustle. I got you. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike, 51. 26.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the 1st. Prescott now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
47. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. 1st down, Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
Kill. Check. Alert 3. Here we go, 47. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now he'll escape to his left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right of the yard. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know. Defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Well, these guys are going to have the football back as the third quarter comes to an end. Back now in Houston. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? This is Bell. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
The throw over the middle, take it in. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
On second down now, it's Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is third and inches. To throw is Prescott. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is good. Just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, push their backs clearly against the wall.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
We'll see how they attack him here. The end result, 21 yards. Wilson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game. Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Wilson now After the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Wilson will throw again. That's complete to his running back, Connor. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll make it 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. They come out here in the eye. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now it's Wilson. And this is caught there for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, man. Let's go.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Kill. 27.
Now Prescott. Henderson there, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32.
You got him. We got
it. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 51. Mike on truck. Blue 26.
Prescott to throw. Going up top. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there. Unsuccessful.
You need to get the ball away here in the 4th quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down. They'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
That's it.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
He's back to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Texans on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Open man is Michael Thomas.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Back to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they couldn't get that last play, that last little miracle play done. They were within striking distance, but couldn't find a way to score.
They definitely had hope. They definitely had opportunity. Just unable to cash in at the end. Not an easy play by any stretch, but they definitely had a chance.
So for Oakland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in